I love football. I cannot get enough of football. I watch it on every level.
The emotional release. You know, whether it's an exciting play that gets you all jacked up and juiced, or whether it's the fact that you're able to pour everything you have. Whatever frustration you had that week, you can put into that first kickoff coverage, that first block that you have, whatever it might be.
And I couldn't think of anything better to do to fill that void that you have as a football player than to get into coaching.
You get a chance to release a lot of emotion that you otherwise have no place to release. There's nothing else like that.
Again, the relationships you build and the people you're around, and watching the guys compete, not just on the football field, but in life after they get done playing. It's just an amazing game.
And don't forget to check out and order your copy of our latest book, Stiff Arming Football Myths. You can find this available in both paperback and PDF form on our website at footballgameplan.com/books. Once considered injury-prone, Matthew Stafford has not missed a game in 4 seasons in Detroit. He's led the Lions to playoff appearances in 2 out of those 4 years. Stafford has the tools to get Detroit ultimately where they want to go, and as long as he continues to get better situationally, they'll find themselves going very far. Kellen Moore has earned the right to be the number 2 guy and would do an excellent job if called upon. The Lions have to become a much better team at running the ball. If they are able to become a threat in that area, they'll be tough to beat. Last year's starter Joique Bell ran for over 860 yards at 3.9 yards a carry. That's not necessarily getting it done. It's serviceable, but it doesn't force defenses to respect it. I think he's better suited in the reserve role, which is why I also believe rookie second-round pick Amir Abdullah should get the bulk of the carries. Abdullah is a guy that has the elusiveness, the vision, and the all-around game to excel in this offense. Theo Riddick has good ability in the passing game, and I would also keep an eye on undrafted rookie free agent Zach Zenner from South Dakota State, a one-cut downhill runner with good acceleration who's coming off back-to-back 2,000-yard seasons. Kelvin Johnson and Golden Tate are a pretty strong duo. Both guys went over the 1,000-yard mark last season, and Detroit will like a third option to truly emerge in the slot. Ryan Broyles can be that guy, but he has to stay healthy. Jeremy Ross was the third receiver last year, but did little to strengthen his spot. And I think T.J. Jones, Greg Salas, and undrafted free agent Vernon Johnson out of Texas A&M Commerce can be a good option in the slot. In my opinion, all three bring a little bit more to the table than guys like Corey Fuller and Lance Moore. What's interesting is that the Lions can get more out of their tight ends than most teams and essentially make that third wide receiver spot less of a concern. Second-year man Eric Ebron had pockets of greatness as a rookie, and the hope is that consistency finds its way to his game this season. Brandon Pettigrew is a really good blocker and more than capable in the passing game, and Joseph Fourier and undrafted free agent Casey Pierce out of Kent State are your classic flex guys that can line up in the slot and do very well. I think Detroit has a good collection of options here at their disposal. The offensive line had some problems last year, but this season I think they'll be a hell of a lot better. The hope is that LeAdrian Waddle is ready to go after suffering an ACL injury late in the season, and he was having a strong year prior to that. If he can't go, Cornelius Lucas or Michael Williams will get the start at right tackle. Riley Reif has done a solid job on the left side and looks like a mainstay at the position. I'm really excited about the potential of the inside with center Travis Swanson out of Arkansas, guard Larry Walford out of Kentucky, and rookie first-round pick Laken Tomlinson out of Duke. That's a formidable trio and should instantly upgrade the running game. There's good depth here as well with guys like Manny Ramirez and undrafted free agent Al Bond out of Memphis who can play multiple spots up front. Losing both Ndamukong Suh and Nick Fairley will hurt, but not as much as the Lions brought in Haloti Ngata via free agency, and Ngata is entering his 10th season in the NFL, and the Lions will be asking a lot of guys to step up. Second-year man Karan Reed out of Princeton could provide the quickness and pass rushing ability on the inside. Free agent signing Teron Walker comes over from the New Orleans Saints and gets an opportunity to start. I like Kerry Hyder and rookie Gabe Wright out of Auburn, along with Jermel Cujo. These are guys that are also in the mix. Now on the edges, they got to get better production coming off the edge. Both Ziggy Ansah and Jason Jones have to pick up the pressure getting after the quarterback. Now you look at some young guys like Devin Taylor and Larry Webster. These are players who could warrant more playing time, as well as Corey Wooten. I still have a wait and see type of feeling with this defensive line. I'm a big fan of the linebacking core here in Detroit. Stephen Tulloch returns from injury to start at Mike, and they're really good on the outside with DeAndre Levy and Cal Van Noy, the second-year man out of BYU. Both are really good in pass coverage, and Van Noy brings a little bit extra to the table with his ability to rush the passer. Both Tahir Whitehead and Josh Bynes got valuable reps last year because of Tulloch's injury, and Julian Stanford is one of your better special teamers in the league. This, in my opinion, is the best unit defensively. A largely solid secondary for Detroit. Rasheem Mathis found the fountain of youth and played very well last season. Third-year corner Darius Slay was remarkable, and you hope he continues his upward trek. And both safeties Glover Quinn and James Ahedibo played some good football as well. Quinn led the league in interceptions with 7. The biggest battle will be at nickel between Nevin Lawson, Josh Wilson, Cresden Butler, and rookie Quandre Diggs. And I like Diggs a lot. He's similar to Lawson, who's coming off an injury. Don Carey and Issa Abdul-Kadus provides depth at safety, and I wouldn't be surprised to see rookie Alex Carter out of Stanford get a look at safety as well. Matt Prater instantly upgrades the kicking game, bringing much more stability to the position. Punter Sam Martin did exceptionally well and averaged 46 yards a punt last year. The coverage units are solid here in Detroit, and with the additions in the secondary, I think they got a lot better. The jury is still out with the return game, whether or not last year was an aberration or an upgrade is needed. I have the Lions finishing third in the NFC North. Good football team that made efforts to improve the offensive line and the running game, and the jury is still out on the defensive line, which was a big reason for the second and third level success last year. The Lions are talented and will be in a battle for a wild card berth. And I also want to give a huge shout out to Lion Fan Forums for always showing football game plan support.